About Oscar night, my deepest hope is that these two intelligent, capable men have an opportunity to heal, talk this out, and reconcile. The state of the world today, we need them both. And we all actually need one another more than ever. Until then, Will and I are continuing to do what we have done for the last 28 years. And that's keep figuring out this thing called life together. Thank you for listening.
Guys, do you remember when Will just went full karate mode and smacked Chris Rock across the face because he joked about Jada's alopecia? Well, from what we just heard, Jada is not tolerating any more BS. Apparently, she has had enough of Chris milking the incident and not only putting her family's reputation in the dirt, but making millions of dollars while doing so. Keep watching until the end to hear what she had to say about the whole thing. And trust me when I tell you, this is something you don't want to miss. Most of us know that the Academy Awards is and always has been an event full of twists and turns, shocking revelations, and pleasant experiences. That is until the Oscars of 2022 happened. Yes, the first time in history that an audience member, in this case world-renowned actor Will Smith, decided to walk up on stage and smack a comedian across the face for a distasteful joke. And I know what you're thinking. He was only trying to protect his wife and defend her honor. But was his violent outburst really necessary? Did it really turn things around in his favor? I think not. Anyway, I think it's safe to say that the slap is and always will be one of the most memorable moments that happened at an official award show broadcast on national television. Ever. Some people went as far as to compare it to that one incident from the 2009 VMAs with Taylor and Kanye. One user said, Will Smith slapping Chris Rock might be more famous than Kanye calling out Taylor Swift. Some people have called it the slap that made the world shake. Some people in the crowd were shocked and kind of amused when Smith slapped Rock with an open hand. There was even a mic drop to make it more theatrical. I think I am not the only one that was initially fooled and thought that it was part of the show, especially when Chris reacted so calmly, saying,
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
But it soon became clear that both Smith's anger and the smack were as real as it gets. But what led to this huge overreaction? Before you get mad at Will Smith for being disrespectful at the event, let's find out what got him so angry in the first place. If you knew the truth, you might even agree with him. A disease called alopecia areata has been the cause of a lot of Jada's suffering. It's the reason she had to shave her head in the first place, due to excessive hair loss. And hearing a joke about his wife's condition must have tipped Will over the edge. Of course, there is speculation that Jada actually told him to go up on stage and slap Chris, but it was all debunked in Will's 6-minute apology video that he uploaded a few months ago. Following this slap, Smith went on to win the Oscar for Best Actor for his role as tennis legend Richard Williams, the father of Serena and Venus. In his acceptance speech, he even apologized to the Academy and the other nominees after his outburst on live TV. Chris, on the other hand, didn't receive anything. It seems like Will had no remorse. But since Will has been banned, he won't be giving out any more awards or getting any. This one Twitter user looked at the video very closely and wrote, Chris Rock makes a face because he knows what's coming. He barely touched him with his hand. Action actors like Will Smith know how to pack a punch or slap. This was all a setup. While many of us were traumatized over the chaotic slapping episode, it looks like Chris Rock is taking his sweet time to get over the situation. Initially, all we wanted was for him to come forward and talk to the media about what happened. But the man decided to stay quiet for months, with the occasional mention of the incident in one of his comedy shows. I mean, fair play. He saw an opportunity and now is milking it as much as he can. The things we do for money. Even when Will Smith made his public apology, Chris was all hush-hush and didn't even bother giving Smith the satisfaction of a smidge of attention. We can only assume how humiliating that must have been for Will Smith. Plus, it must have been insulting not just to him, but to his entire family too. After all, wouldn't you feel all sorts of ways if your husband tried to defend you aggressively by slapping someone, become a laughingstock for the entire planet, and then end up apologizing without a single response from the victim? At this point, no one really blames Jada or the rest of the Smith family for feeling pissed or even upset about the situation. I mean, the family has been through hell since Will put them in the situation last March. After months on end, Chris Rock did finally break his silence on the topic, but kept it very mellow. Rock, who took the now famous slap in stride and declined to seek charges against Smith, referenced it in a joke during a stand-up performance over the weekend. Rock and Kevin Hart co-headlined the Only Headliners Allowed comedy tour in New York City's Madison Square Garden with a special appearance by Dave Chappelle. Rock made a joke about Will during a piece on cancel culture, saying that anyone who thinks words hurt has never been struck in the face, an insider told Entertainment Tonight. Rock then added, "I'm not a victim. Yeah, that shit hurt, motherfucker. But I shook that shit off and went to work the next day. I don't go to the hospital for a paper cut." Ouch. That's what I call a second-degree burn in embarrassment for Will. Looks like Jada might be tempted to get out of this chaotic marriage once and for all. Even her tweets suggest pretty passively that she doesn't want any more drama in her life. Right after the whole incident happened, Jada went to Twitter and put up a post with the caption, "This is a season for healing, and I'm here for it." Was this a jab at her husband to stop all the BS and not disrupt her chakras? Only time can tell. But if you asked us, based on what Jada said in her recent Red Table Talk episode, it feels like she won't be doing anything to get out of her marriage anytime soon. Smith's family is strong and united, according to Pinkett Smith, who claims that divorce will never occur in her family. Mama Pinkett Smith, Adrienne Banfield-Jones, and her close friend, Grammy Award winner Toni Braxton, joined the actress on Monday's edition of Red Table Talk on Facebook. The three ladies were open about the difficulties of marriage and how even a blissful union may eventually end in divorce, as they shared stories of their own heartbreak and failed marriages. Jada-Pinkett Smith said that she has no desire to ruin the life she has helped create by allowing all of the work, effort, and memories go to waste. Her next statement that finally convinced us that she won't be leaving Will anytime soon was this: "One of the ideas for me is that we've built such a beautiful community. We've built such a beautiful family. And our survival, we do well together," she continued. "And then breaking that group and community up for me, it's just never an option." But even if she says she won't leave him, that still doesn't make her a saint. Fans are still angry at her for cheating on Will, and who knows what she will do if another Tupac comes around. It seems like people are so done with Jada that some claim they've even stopped watching Smith's movies. This one fan said, "I've decided to stop watching Will Smith movies till he leaves Jada Smith. He needs to leave her toxic ass." Another added, "Jada is faking her condition for attention and sympathy. Her scalp looks very even, like a buzz cut. If he would leave that toxic woman, I might be a fan again." Not to forget, this Twitter user shared the same sentiments. They tweeted, "Will Smith should just walk away from Jada. That woman is just too damn toxic. She doesn't care about his mental health." And a Smith fan said, "Can we just admit that Jada-Pinkett Smith is toxic AF and a huge source for Will Smith's emotional downward spiral? The woman openly talks about cuckolding him on her Facebook talk show for Will's medical conditions. She's narcissism personified, as seen by Last Night." Now, with all of that happening, it's no surprise that Jada kinda has had enough of it all. It's even possible that all the hate and backlash she's getting might end up making her reconsider her whole no divorce pact. Like, there's only so much a woman can take, right? After all, her entire family first became the talk of the two when she cheated on Will. And then they just couldn't drag themselves out of the headlines when Will slapped Chris. With all of that going on, we kind of get if she really wants the chaos to stop now. Don't you? All that being said, we've come to the end of today's video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below your thoughts on the whole Jada and Will debacle. Until then, bye.